What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I am here with this week's All Tea All Shade Vanderpump Rules Season 10, Episode 10. I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Everything that I say is for entertainment purposes only, not to be taken seriously or literally, meaning my jokes and jones. So if that works for you, let's get into tonight's review. The episode picks up where last week's episode left off with Raquel and Tom Schwartz smooching and giggling like little teenagers that are kissing behind the bleachers at homecoming. So everybody's woo and cheering them on, and they're just giggling. And Raquel in her confessional, now mind you, the confessionals are taped after the season has, wrapped filming. And she's in her confessional talking about, I just felt so giddy and so happy. And who knows, like, I have a feeling like there could be something there. Girl, knowing hindsight is 2020, that you was already banging Tom Sandoval and was in a full-blown relationship with this man at that point. And you sitting up here in your confessionals acting like you really was into Tom Schwartz and wanted to be with him. Like, it ain't that much acting in the world, girl. Like, y'all was straight up living double lives. Like, I don't know who is who and what is what. But as soon as they kissed, Tom Schwartz was like, I can't let Katie find this out. I'm not going to tell her. You don't need to tell nobody. And she was like, it's not like everybody don't know. And he was like, no, nobody saw us. Nobody saw us. Lo and behold, we then go to Lala, Katie, James, and Ellie and Kristen, who all go to, I think they were in like Lala's room. And Scheana gives Lala a call. So Scheana asks Lala, like, where were you doing dinner? Like, I just saw that you went with us. And she was like, I had dinner. I forgot what she said, but she was like, well, I saw you over there with Kaden, and basically. And she was like, but we'll talk about that later. But I wanted to know, did you know anything about Schwartz and Raquel kissing? Because everybody said they saw it. And she was like, what? Excuse you? Now, mind you, she's on speakerphone this whole time. So she was like, yeah, I was just calling to see if you knew. And she was like, no. She was like, but you need to find out and let me know if it's true. So Katie's sitting there looking like, I know you lying. I know you got to be lying. Like, her face is just cracked because she's had a conversation with Tom and Raquel letting them know that that's not cool and that she would feel some type of way about it. And granted, anybody would. Yeah, we are divorced, but at the same time, this is still our friend group, and you just don't do stuff like that. Like, you don't make moves like that. It's just like her going and kissing James. Like, what? Like, that's not something that you do to somebody that you call a friend, and we're in the same friend group. We work together on this television show. It's too much, and it's too close, and it's too fresh of a divorce for y'all to be moving like that. So Katie's sitting there looking like she a wet blanket and about to start crying when Scheana calls Lala back and tells her that, yeah, Brock saw it, and Brock confirms it. And so Lala was like, that dirty heifer, like, I cannot believe them. They are so sick and nasty. And so Katie was like, well, I'm just about to go to my room. So she leaves, and Kristen leaves, and James is just going off about Raquel and Tom. And mind you, Allie just sitting there while he's mad going off about Tom Schwartz and Raquel kissing. And I'm just looking at Allie like, what is your game plan here? What is your end game? Because no way could you be sitting up here getting moist for somebody that constantly brings up his ex-fiance every 5 seconds and makes it known that he cares about her whereabouts and what she's doing and how she's moving, but claims to be so in love with you and you're the love of his life. Like, what is your end game? Because it's giving me, I'm just here to be on the show. I'm here to get a role on this show. That's what it's giving me, because you can't tell me this girl is actually like in love with James. Like, she don't even seem like she is. Like, what is going on with that? Even goes as far as to say, like, I've been known that Schwartz liked her. I mean, I been knew he had the hots for her. I mean, who doesn't? And I'm like, do you not see your girlfriend standing right there? And then she just gonna say, you guys are weird. You guys are whores. And leaves out. And I'm like, what am I watching, father? Meanwhile, the rest of Scheana's wedding party is partying in this like cool room or whatever. Everybody's wasted and drunk. And we see Scheana, Ariana and Raquel sitting down talking, and here comes Sandoval coming over, talking about some Raquel. I mean, high as a kite. Now, ever since Sandoval has been exposed, it has been said that one of the things that drew him and Raquel together was the fact that they like to party. They like the booger sugar, okay? And it was so obvious that man was high as a kite, acting like a weirdo. And Ariana was like, Tom, stop. He was like, stop what? She was like, why do you keep on saying Raquel? He was like, because she just made out with Schwartz. And so Ariana was like, what? And she was like, you're lying. And she was like, yeah, I did. Oh my God. And Ariana just looking like, y'all all are losing y'all minds, and I don't want no parts of this because y'all are doing team too much. So they all decide to go and skinny dip in the pool, but as they're standing up to leave out, I don't know if y'all peeped game or not, but when they was walking to leave out to go outside, Tom was like, yeah, let's go party. And he smacked Raquel on the butt. And then she like swatted his hand away. Now, after his interview yesterday with Howie Mandel, he said that they shared their first kiss after guys' night, which was prior to the wedding. Okay. So they had already kissed. Okay. Not once, but twice at that point. So it was already feelings a brewing at this point, and they'd already cheated with one another as far as just kissing at that point. And then she turned around and kissed Tom Schwartz. Now I'm still trying to figure out, was Raquel trying to see which one was going to like bite first, and that's who she was going to go with? Because I feel like she was down for whatever. Whichever one was going to put forth the energy, that's who she was going to go with. That's what it was giving me. I feel like for Tom, once he found out that she kissed Schwartz, I feel like he low-key was feeling some type of way about that. And that's why he went to Schwartz and was like, yeah, me and her kissed or whatever. Like, I like her and I got feelings for her, because he didn't want Schwartz and her situation to go any further. So I felt like he basically cock blocked and was like, I got feelings for her or whatever, and I'm breaking up with Ariana, to put a stop to that so it wouldn't go no further, because he wanted her from himself. And so when he took that stance, I feel like that's when Raquel was like, okay, I'm gonna go with him, because Schwartz was all over the place, really wasn't trying to claim her and really wasn't trying to go there with her because he had too much going on. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all agree with me or nah? Raquel is so smitten with Schwartz at this moment that she even asked Scheana, can she walk down the aisle with him instead of the guy Joey that she was supposed to walk down the aisle with. And Scheana was like, I mean, if you want to. So she literally FaceTimes him and asks, does he want to walk down the aisle with her? And he was like, yeah, we can do that or whatever. And I'm just looking at Raquel like, you have no regard for Katie at all. This was this girl husband. This wasn't just her boyfriend. Y'all not in y'all 20s no more. Well, you are. But these are 30-some-year-old people with houses and mortgages and businesses together, had a life together. They were married and all of this stuff. And you just acting like, oh, well, she even said it, like she already hates me, so it really don't matter. But if you felt that way about Katie, how was you feeling about Ariana knowing you was effing her man that whole time, and she was literally your best friend? Like, y'all were besties. So I'm really trying to figure out in her head, how was she trying to justify this whole situation? And we know Tom is just a slime ball at this point. Girl, everybody is just disgusting. So James confronts Tom about kissing Raquel. Mind you, Allie just sitting right there once again, just watching as all this goes down. And Tom was like, y'all try to back me up on this or whatever. James was like, why would I try to back you up when you just kissed my ex-fiance? Have you lost your mind? Like, for once I was on James' side. Like, yeah, I might be in a new relationship, but you tripping, dog. Like, that was still me at some point. That was my ex-fiance, dude. Like, what are you talking about? And like, you kissed her. Like, what are we doing here? Like, make it make sense. Because if the roles were reversed and it was him kissing Katie, baby, Tom would be somewhere in a corner shaking. Greg and Lisa sit down and have a one-on-one conversation, and she promises to get the boys in shape in order to get their place open by the 31st. But he was like, I can't make you that guarantee. I'm still so confused about how he got so much say about when they open when his name is just on the lease. And he ain't put no money into this. It's their business. So I'm still so confused by this. I really am. Then we see Lala have a one-on-one conversation with Scheana, and she says that she's not coming to dinner that night. And Scheana, of course, feels some type of way because you didn't come to dinner the night before, even though you said that you would come to the bigger event so you wouldn't have to be around Raquel. And now you're saying you're not about to come to this. So Lala is just like, this girl ain't no good. I'm telling you, she a snake, she a viper. But Scheana doesn't see it. She doesn't agree with it. And Scheana was like, this is not Katie's vacation. It's my wedding. And Lala was like, everyone outside of this has stuff going on. Your wedding is the most important to you. It's not the most important thing to everyone here. Baby, let me tell you something. If she would have said that to me, I would have said, you know what? You show right. So how about you go enjoy your vacation with your friend and you don't have to come to my wedding since my wedding is only important to me and not to everybody here. Girl, who you talking to? Because first of all, Katie wouldn't be down in the dumps if she never would have bought her lumpy, frumpy butt on this vacation at this wedding in the first place. Scheana told her not to come. So you came anyway, and look what happened. You got your feelings hurt. Because if you wouldn't have been there, you wouldn't have had to have a front row seat to your man, your ex-husband, kissing Raquel. You could have been at home minding your own business and having fun with Stassi and them or whoever. You know what I'm saying? So you did that to yourself. You should have never came in the first place. And this is that girl wedding weekend. You should have been there to support her. I think that Lala was 100% wrong in how she handled that. And if I was Scheana, I would have told her, girl, get out my face. Get out my face. Please, go on. At dinner that night, Tom and Raquel are at the hibachi place with the rest of the bridal party, laughing about the kiss. Meanwhile, James sitting right there. And of course, he had to say something, child, because he got riled up. And he was like, so you made out with Peter? You made out with Schwartz? Who else? He was like, I think you're a bit lost. And I agree. I think that girl was all over the place. I think that not being with James kind of like, because she said in the beginning of the season, like she was so used to she was so used to James taking care of everything. She never had to fend for herself. So now she's single in this city, living on her own, trying to figure out how she gonna make a buck. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like she came into this season like, I gotta do anything and everything to secure my spot on this show financially. I need the money because remember, she said she aged out of pageants. You know what I'm saying? So she had to make sure that she made a splash this season. And then with the drinking, she wasn't a heavy drinker like that. Now she's heavily drinking. It's been said allegedly that she likes the booger sugar. She started doing that. So I think that she literally was just really all over the place. That still doesn't give her the right or Tom to do what they did. So Schwartz, however, is letting James know that it ain't even like that between him and Raquel. They haven't really done anything romantic or anything like that. And Allie in her confession was like, I just want this drama around Raquel to be over because I'm bored. Girl, it shouldn't be I'm bored. It should be I'm done because your man still care and he's still in love with her, no matter how much he protests. And you look crazy, but I see you. I see you. Your end game is to land on this show and to ditch James. James is just the bridge to get to where you need to be. You don't really like James. Child, please. So Scheana then reveals to her wedding party, including Ariana, that she and Brock have actually been married for a year now. And it was just for them. He needed a green card to be able to stay his tail over here. But they already had a kid. They were already planning to get married. So they did what they felt was best for them. So congratulations to them on that. It's finally the day of Scheana's and Brock's wedding. She looked really pretty. She was talking about the infamous crop top wedding at her first wedding. I actually thought her first wedding dress looked better than the second one. I feel like this second one wasn't even really her. I felt like she toned it down to appease everybody else. But I liked her crop top wedding dress. And right now today, that outfit would hit. It would be a surefire hit. So, girl, do you. Katie and Kristen, lonely, sad, miserable, destitute selves watching from the balcony. Like, they should feel like total losers because that's exactly what they said they were not going to do, and they still ended up doing it. So after the wedding, at the reception, Raquel and Lala sit down and have a one-on-one. Raquel apologizes to Lala for calling her mistress, but says that she felt like they were judging her the whole time they were on their vacation with each other. And I agree, they were judging her, but she was acting weird and was doing team too much or whatever. Raquel was like, it seems like you guys need to take up a hobby if all you do is talk about me. Baby, she had balls. So Lala was like, a hobby, bitch? She was like, your self-worth comes from approval of a man, which is sad to me. I think you have a mental breakdown coming, love. I really honestly do. She was like, and I think you're going to need love and support when it happens. And literally foreshadowing what ended up happening. Because, anybody with two eyes could see that this girl was spiraling out of control. And at the end of the episode, Tom come bothering Katie, asking her if she's still feeling some type of way about the kiss. And she was like, yeah. She was like, I'm done with you. I think you're a loser. I think you're a drunk and I don't want to have anything to do with you. And then he was taunting her and saying mean stuff to her, trying to piss her off. And it's just like, I don't understand how y'all thought y'all was going to be friends. Y'all were never friends in the first place. He never cared about your feelings. So why would you think he'd give a care about your feelings now, Katie? Is which I don't understand. They needed time apart from each other. They need that space. And she even goes on to tell Kristen that, she tells us in her confessional that she has slept with 2 other guys since the divorce, and that one of them been kind of like her little sneaky leak. He's 25, and that she hadn't really been bringing him around because she was worried about Tom's feelings. But now after this, she gonna start bringing him around. And based off what I saw for next week's episode, I wish she would have kept him wherever he was because he looked like Bill Nye the Science Guy. Baby, I don't know where she found him from, but she need to take him back because he looks sickly and just like, that was not an upgrade. That was a downgrade, sis, love. But yeah, Raquel ain't shit and neither is Tom. I'm just ready to see how all this gonna unfold. I'm ready to get to the reunion, honey. I am ready like Freddie. And you guys, I'm also interviewing Winter Williams from Love and Marriage DC this week. So down below in the comment section, please let me know what questions you want me to ask her for the interview. Also, I'm going to give tonight's episode of Vanderpump Rules an A. I really enjoyed it. You guys let me know what you thought down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.